but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Oh, yes, the revolution will be televised. You got the right time and the right guy. What's up, y'all? Oh, man. Now, is this a victory lap for your boy Sino? Is this a victory lap for me? Is this the time I tell you I told you so? When it's the time for me to say, I don't care that I told you so. Now, what does that really mean? What it really means is what it details. Now, when Tony Buzbee shocked the world and put Jay Z's name in a lawsuit that was already filed by his client that had never mentioned Sean Puffy Combs and Jay Z together in this lawsuit. He filed the lawsuit solely on Sean Puffy Combs. Then out of the blue, you put Jay Z in the crosshairs. You put Sean Carter in the crosshairs. Just out of the blue, his name was added to the lawsuit. It was amended, and it added Jay Z's name in there. In what world does somebody say something this diabolical happened to me, and then it gets amended and they added another superstar when never ever was their name mentioned? But you felt comfortable to say Diddy, but I didn't want to say Jay Z because of his power. That doesn't make any sense. So going into this, I said this is going to be dismissed. And Jay Z's legal team saw it like I saw it. And in the same result happened that I said would be the end result and how it was going to end. And we'll get to there first. But I got to take you back through the steps. Now, figuring what was happening here, Jay Z was playing the long-term game of chess, which he is still playing. Oh, this isn't over. It just appears that it's over. It's over for Tony Buzbee. He just don't know it yet. But it's going to start sinking in real soon that you're going to be needing Trump to keep you out of jail. Keep your legal license in a minute. Because the fact that you think this was a person you could do this and play this game with, you made a bad move. And the fact that you did it at the time where every news station jumped on it. Right when the Disney Lion King 2 Mufasa was coming out to theaters, his daughter and his wife is, the Disney deal he got going on, all his halftime performances coming up at the Super Bowl. He's got other business ventures tied to this. And to see this go down at that point in time, that's why he wanted this thing dismissed immediately. And they're not slow. They know somebody was pulling the strings. Now, You're not going to play with Jay Z with something like that. And you don't have any evidence, you don't have any proof. And the stuff that they're doing now, Jay is the wrong one to play it with. Jay has never fall out of liking with the people in power. As I told y'all before, Jay, unlike Diddy, Jay is in cahoots. He hadn't went left. So you putting Jay Z's name in there, thinking this is gonna, be gold like the Diddy situation. No, you ain't gonna be able to play with Jay name like that. And I told him what was gonna be the outcome. All these people who was riding the prisoner of the moment. And I said, okay, y'all keep playing. Man, you know Jay is terrible, man. You know how Jay is. You know Jay did this and X, Y, Z. Why are you defending Jay Z? I'm like, you guys take what you think personally about what's legally there. They were going to issue a deposition of this person to have this person come forward with their identity to protect their amenity or whatever. The person, the worst mistake he ever did, so that she didn't have to be disposed right away, was her to publicly go out and make these claims. And her public breakdown of the incidents of what happened is what doomed the entire case. I can see if you have one inaccuracy. She said nothing that made any sense that could be backed up. Her own father don't even remember what she's talking about. And he's the one that supposedly drove her home. None of these accounts took place that he could recall. It's like, I'm quite sure I would remember if something like that happened. They couldn't find a cul-de-sac to try to put it in New York City because they want to make it a New York City crime so that they could go to New York City law and all this stuff. And they just talking about, oh, we're going to go to court. We're going to drag this out. And I'm like, I don't think Tony Buzbee really wants to do that. I don't think 100% Tony Buzbee wants this thing to go to court. He's doing, and Alex Spiro, Jay-Z's lawyer, seems to believe that also. And not only does he believe it, it went in a whole nother direction. Now, what was the direction that happened over there? Well, see, here's the thing. He was trying to get Jay-Z to settle as much as possible, saying, we got evidence, we got this thing is going to go to trial, we got this part here. Oh, Jay, no, this is going to happen. We got some evidence that we can hold on to that's gonna tie Jay-Z to this thing. So he better start thinking about settling. When you play with his name, embarrass his family, talking about the stress that's put on his daughter and his wife, Jay-Z, like I told you, is still playing chess. The wordplay from the very beginning when Jay-Z first made a statement talking down about what happened, right? First time. Mm-hmm. Now, what was this really truly about? Why would all of a sudden, out of the blue, that Tony Buzbee would find one client one client that would come up and just all of a sudden add Jay Z's name to the lawsuit. Alex Spiro knew, like I knew, what this was about. Now, when people start adding scenarios, right? When you start adding scenarios that don't exist and it just come out of nowhere and said, oh, this client said, no, she has recollection of this and that. And even though Tony Buzbee tried to say, oh, my client did this. My client said that. My client said that this is what it is. My client. Alex Spiro sees and knows exactly what it's about. You're not fooling him. Jay Z know what this is about. You're not going to be able to get away with what they were doing and getting away with. Now, they knew Tony Buzbee, in their mind, in their opinion, that Tony Buzbee was filing these lawsuits and using his clients to do it, using people that he know to push the lawsuit that he want to file on to other clients, but using these people to get it done. Saying, we want you to amend this and say X, Y, and Z. That's what they believe, that this is coming straight from Tony Buzbee, not the victim, the alleged victim. So instead of the alleged victim in the situation making the statement, oh, no, it didn't go there. It didn't go that way. Now, who would be the person? Why would Tony Buzbee be so interested in wanting to file something on Jay Z to add him to a lawsuit that already was in existence instead? Okay, Diddy already got this lawsuit that I filed. Let's just add Jay Z's name to it. And it's like, wow, the way the details of the incident is, you would know if Jay Z was in that situation from all the heinous crimes that you claiming Jay Z was involved in. So now you add Jay Z's name to the lawsuit. It's pretty wild that you only add him to one of these lawsuits. So all it took was one, right? But you need to have one lawsuit that connects. One that said an award show. Yeah, they both would be at that same place at the award show. But you can't really tie your client to that award show. But you need it to be in New York. So you need whatever after party or whatever crime that happened, it has to be within this New York district area. And the law that would tie that to the law that they're saying, they're past the the expiration point for that to even be filed. So legally, her adding the time frame that they're adding is past the time for her to be able to claim that lawsuit. So when the law came into effect, that would effectively change. That wouldn't even hold water or hold weight. So any which way it go, you're going to lose this lawsuit. Now, it's going to get to the next part. Who and why would Jay Z's name be added to try to get pressure on Jay Z to settle behind the scenes? Who would be so vested into Jay Z right now? Who would be that interested? I don't understand it. Who? Who could it be? Who could be so interested in trying to put something on Jay Z's name to try to make Jay Z look bad? Because Tony Buzbee wouldn't just do it on his own accord. What would this Houston-based lawyer be interested for? Who would be putting a battery in this Houston lawyer's back to put something on Jay Z legally, while at the same time they're going to try to put pressure legally on a music company, all because they want to stop a halftime performance at the Super Bowl, knowing that the charges won't stick. They want to scare people and run a smear campaign. And now your big move, it didn't work. It didn't work. It still went down. So now, after the Super Bowl, it ain't even a week later, the charges are dropped. You can't fool me. You ain't fooled Alex Spiro, and you ain't fooled Jay Z. But one thing's for sure, he know where it came from. As I'm sitting right here right now telling you where it came from, they know who gave the push. They know what it's about. They know who the culprit is. It's not hard to see. It ain't hard to tell. It's always going to be sloppy. It's funny that all of these clients that he got, right? This is the same Tony Buzbee who made some lawsuits disappear or allegedly settled with some lawsuits in Texas involving Champagne Sloppy, made it disappear. This is a man who vetted 120 people in a weekend when it takes months. It takes months to vet people. If you got one client, it take about 5 weeks of them trying to vet a client. A single person takes weeks. But they had 3,000 calls and they were able to vet and get 120 people completely confirmed and vetted over a weekend. They put up a hotline number, a 1-800 hotline number, to just ride this Diddy wave. All the free marketing and promotion Tony Buzbee got off of this case, off of Sean Puffy Combs. Not only were the charges going to be dropped for this case, they're going to be dropped for all 120 that he got. We just got to wait. There will be no settlements. Once this stuff goes to court with all this frivolous stuff, and when it's all said and done, Tony Buzbee probably won't win not one of these cases, but what will he have gained? Publicity. Now, the same results happened in this case that I said was going to happen. It will be eliminated with extreme prejudice. Oh no, it was done with prejudice. They can't file another lawsuit in the same way that they filed it. So if they file another lawsuit, it would have to be in a different format. Now, the Diddy claim in this lawsuit, which I don't think they're going to file with this client ever again, but because her story is so flimsy, and if there's no physical evidence, there's only hearsay, and none of her accounts line up. So if you drop the charges on Jay Z, you got to drop it on Diddy as well. So if they try to go for a refile, it can't be in the same format. So well, Alex Spiro is not stupid. Like, they know what time it is. It's the person that wants to hide their hands and don't want to be seen trying to sue. Because what would it look like if Sloppy came out and tried to sue Jay Z? That would be very, disturbing for Sloppy. Mm-hmm. Well, when we say charge, we mean claim. Okay, you want to go full legal term? You say, there ain't no charges. He's not charged with anything. The claim, okay, because it's a civil trial. Another reason why all of this stuff is fake, like they faked on Diddy and people just doing stuff for hits and views, and they're being dishonest and they just being phony. And when I see people being phony, I can't just sit there and act like I don't see it being phony for what it is. It's like, okay, if you're gonna play the role, but I can't be a part of that. I can't do that. There's no way. I can't sit there and know something's foul and then see it the other way just because I want hits and views. I can't do that. That won't sit right with my soul. I don't care if I didn't like the person. I can't lie. I don't want to lie just for no hits and views. That don't even make sense. Because your word, your credibility is everything. So once that's damaged and destroyed, and you just like everybody else did, ain't nothing unique about you. Now you just like you done turned into the worst thing that you could ever try to put yourself as. Right. So the claim that was filed and submitted, the legal claim for the legal person in the the chat, want to be technical about it, right? The client, okay, the plaintiff, right? You want to go there? Went through a voluntary withdrawal after they submitted a filing by their lawyer, Tony Buzbee, whoever this mystery person is. Now, when they said Jay Z dropped his lawsuit and Tony Buzbee dropped their lawsuits toward each other because this was getting ready to be the result. Now they was like, why Jay Z dropped it? He should sue for X, Y, and Z. Oh, no. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. This ain't over. This ain't over by a long shot. Now, the case is what you would call a voluntary dismissal with prejudice. Same thing I said was going to happen. It's going to be done with prejudice. Tony will never be able to sue Jay again. He going to have a whole different format. But he'll never be able to sue Jay again. Now that you got this done with prejudice, if you try to get another client to come in and sue Jay Z, you better have your ducks in a row. But he got other problems on his hands. Because see, he got legal cases now that haven't been dismissed. See, Jay Z dropped his personal charges against him. But there's other people who came out and decided to go after Tony Buzbee. So he's spending money on those cases that he got to fight. Those didn't get dismissed. Tony still got to deal with those cases. Like I told you, this is finna go to another extreme. Y'all, he finna learn a very valuable lesson. You better go run to Trump. Yeah, Jay's statement came right through. He said, the frivolous, fictional, and appalling accusations have been dismissed. The civil suit was without merit and never going anywhere. The fictional tale they created was laughable, if not for the seriousness of the claims. The trauma that my wife, my children, loved ones, and I have endured can never be dismissed. That was a very key words. What just happened right there can never be dismissed. Now, what does that leave the door for? What did that leave the door for? Hmm? What did that leave the door open for? And I tell you, you're going to have to deal with penalties behind this, the hurt that you caused the family from this fictitious lawsuit. It's a whole nother different lawsuit coming, buddy. Don't worry. Like I said, in due time, it's going to get there. And if you think they don't know the root of this problem is sloppy and a Super Bowl halftime performance, to try to smear the name and go after Rock Nation, the NFL, like you're going to mess up the deal if they don't come to an agreement on terms. And because they're not bending to your will, Sloppy, this ends up being the situation. They didn't care. The NFL came out right away and backed Jay Z. The courts must provide the innocent from being accused without a shred of evidence. May the truth prevail for all the victims and all those falsely accused equally. And Alex Spiro came out with his statement saying that this case should have never been brought. By standing up to the face of these heinous and false allegations, Jay has done what few can. He pushed back. He never settled. He never paid one red penny. He triumphed and he cleared his name. Jane Doe initially filed a lawsuit against Mr. Combs in October before adding Jay Z's name in December. She alleged that both men assaulted her in 2000 at the MTV Music Awards after party. Even when it was shown, they were at two different after parties in the 2000s. Did not see each other at an after party at all. They all went to two different ones, and it has already been backed up. Now, from the jump, when we saw that whole, what was that, NBC or whatever they did, when they interviewed this person and they were all over the place with their story, people's trying to come out and still stick by this woman's story. Just because they don't like Jay Z, or just because it's popular to hate on Jay Z and Diddy. So if they doing all this to Diddy, and they doing all this with and trying to add Jay to the situation, and people like, well, damn, now they got all this done. What does this really mean? It was complete nonsense. Mm-hmm. So now they're not going to go down this road. There's nothing to debate on it. What would we need to debate about? The case got dismissed and went exactly how I said it was going to go. I said it'll be eliminated with prejudice. And when this is all said and done, I said Tony Buzbee won't be able to sue Jay Z again. They're going to eliminate this thing with prejudice. I told y'all that. And they did exactly that. And not only did they eliminate it with prejudice, that's just going to be that's just clearing the way for more problems that's going to come for Tony. Tony ain't out the water. You just got to wait for it. The next anvil is going to drop real soon on Tony, as he still got to fight those other litany of charges that's on his back. Well, mine's come from a standard of morals and principle. I don't know where his is coming from. The judge didn't dismiss it because it didn't get to the point for there to be a dismissal yet. But that was coming up. So to prevent that from happening, they withdrew it because now it don't matter. Super Bowl halftime just went past. How convenient that after the Super Bowl, now all of a sudden you want to drop the charges. So who was pushing for it to happen? Who has so much interest in the Super Bowl? Why right after the Super Bowl, now you want to drop the charges? So if the Super Bowl is connected in the Super Bowl halftime show, who would be interested in that? Who would be more affected by not the Houston-based lawyer who had a client that's from New York that they want to try to attach to add Jay Z to, with Champagne Sloppy being there. I mean, y'all could put this together faster than anybody I've ever seen because it's common sense. It's common sense. There is no settlement. There's no Jay wasn't paying that. There was no settlement. If it was a settlement, you'd have been told it was a settlement. No. This is we're dropping the charges. Because now you got to start getting to the legal proceedings and go make these court dates where the identity of this anonymous person is going to have to be disclosed. And that person don't want their name out there because that person know that they're filing a frivolous lawsuit and then their life gonna change. So you got a lawyer that's telling them, oh no, your name is never gonna come out in this. Just say what I want to say. So allegedly, the lawyer is really filing a lawsuit and using this person as the basically the shield and the person for it. But it's a frivolous lawsuit filed by the lawyer. Now, who will be pushing for the lawyer to do this? Who would be the most interested in putting something on Jay? Yeah, well, that's the way it looks sometimes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Hold on. Hello? Wrong number. I love how they call the wrong people. Need to sue them back. Well, obviously. But here's the thing, in due time. That was sloppy. Oh, don't worry. It's coming. Right. I mean, to go down on something, this doggone ridiculous claim by this person made no sense. And once it was disproven with the whole television exposition that they did, thinking that this was going to be enough to hold, it was frivolous. people can stay mad. That's never going to be a difference with us. Like, that's not going to be the end all be all of what we want. I never felt that way. I always felt that if you were somebody of importance or you were somebody that mattered, to say the least, that wouldn't be the case. Many of us felt that way. But in the end of when it's all said and done, people are going to realize one or two things. Either they know you or they don't know you. Nah, Jay don't. Jay gonna take care of it when it's time. Cause see, the person that's gonna pay is Tony, and the person that pulled your strings, that pulled the strings for this to happen, right? Then we'll see from there. Oh yeah, man. To tell you the truth, I forgot it's even All Star Weekend. I didn't even know what was going on with the NBA as far as that. Well, When you have so many dynamics that work against you, people will see that for what it is. Yeah. He ain't got no right to sue them. But hey, that's his business. He want to go down that road? Let him. Let's see how far that get him. See, you got to understand something about lawsuits. When you file lawsuits, when you file lawsuits, things are more prevalent than ever. When you file a lawsuit, you better have the right grounds. Some people file with the hopes of a settlement. When they don't get it, I never look at stuff that way. If either you are one way or another, you're either on point or you're not. Oh, they all coming. They all finna fall. Diddy lawyer came right here. Yeah, Diddy lawyer wasn't sitting down watching all this happen. And once this got dropped, he came immediately with his. For months, we have seen this case after case filed by individuals hiding behind anonymity, pushing forward by an attorney who's more focused on media headlines than legal merit. Just like this claim, the others will fall apart because there's no truth to none of them. This is just the first of many that will not hold up in the court of law. That's what I'm saying. All of these cases and all this stuff has been a bunch of crap. Mm-hmm. No, no, I don't see it going that way. Mm. Yeah, we're gonna see when it's all said and done. Y'all, you know that. Yeah, we'll see how it ends up for them. Normally, it don't end well. They normally fade away. Well, what you want to always be able to do is whatever whatever your situation is, you want to make sure you have everything right. True to the point, but if you look at the case and you look at the files, what's done is done. The hidden culprit, we all know who it is and what it is. Yeah, they'll figure it out. He said that French side doesn't care. Dark skin bloodline for what I see. Oh man. By what? By their own admission? No, you can't play with Jay like you play with Diddy. Because Jay never did anything to go against the brass. The people that are in power, them billionaires, Jay is making their money hand over fist. Exactly. The dynamics. No, the dynamics never was gonna change. Uh, we've always had respect for different elements of what people say the game is. I would never hire no damn Tony Buzbee. That's an ambulance chaser. In my opinion, that's what he is, an ambulance chaser. So no, I wouldn't be trying to hire him. Oh, they can try all they want. They say there's no harm in trying. Oh, it's gonna be some harm. Well, it's a matter of what you're gonna allow. Mm. Yes, if you want to call that jail. Him and the other high valued clients are definitely in lockup. Now, those people who are dealing with financial crimes, they go to a different type of jail. They actually go to like an assisted living program where they got tennis courts and everything. They actually can go out every now and then. Now you an Eagles fan? What's going on? Mac Mills, the Eagle fan.
Salute.
Man, you never surprise me, man. I see the Eagles up there. I said, "Oh my God, Mac Mills."
No, it went down properly. You know what I'm saying? They had to call up Roger Goodell and threaten his ass, but it went through.
Oh, he turned his back on the Chiefs. It was beautiful.
Yeah, man. They screwed us in the last Super Bowl, you know. So
yep.
I know you were
knew
there.
This gonna be a makeup for it. Boy, I had so much fun.
Salute everybody out there. Well, what I want to know is, where's all these Jay Z haters at? Where's all the, you know?
Oh no, they gone now.
There's all these people
they
that
all gone. All that
guilty,
you know, Jay is guilty, and all those people. Yeah, you know, Jay Z is guilty. They finally got him.
Where they at though?
Oh man, they don't want no parts of this.
They want no smoke.
Right. The last thing they want to be is a Casino was right situation. They don't want that at all.
Now, come to think of it, I think Puffy might just be probably right though, for real, man. Because it don't make no sense.
No,
like what is he really in jail for?
He's in jail because he ain't cooperating with them people, and he made some enemies with his used to be friends. And these people got real powers, and they had to break them and say, "All right, well, we're gonna get you up out the business." So now he's been completely humiliated. He never get back the statue, even if he wins the case. They still gonna believe he guilty and did all this. They didn't see in the Cassie tape. Look what he did to Cassie. And it's like, so that's gonna be the whole thing. Nobody gonna want to be around Diddy.
Yeah.
So for him, that's worse than prison, because he lives off that. He love to be in the mix. I could care less. I'll be like, look, give me my bread, and y'all can keep the fame.
Exactly.
Like, man, I'm like, these people don't even understand it.
You know, they don't.
Now, I'm waiting on the.
You think Jay Z's gonna start suing these bloggers?
Who?
Oh, that Jaguar, right?
She's suing the bloggers.
No, you think Jay Z's gonna start suing these?
Oh, like Jaguar, right? Well, here's the thing: Diddy is already pretty much doing that. Well, they're not suing the bloggers. What they're actually doing is they're suing the companies that are putting up these bloggers, because that's where the money is. So that's why Diddy just put $100 million lawsuit on NBC Universal, because they put this thing that had Jaguar right on it. I think Gene Deal was on there. They had a whole bunch of people they didn't interview. They had Diddy looking like he was a serial killer. I'm like, what? Diddy's a serial killer now. What is going on around here? So of course they got hit with $100 million lawsuit for having people over there making outrageous claims with no connection whatsoever to the scenario.
Because I remember the early 2000s, man, we would have heard something like that pop up. Me or you for sure, we would have heard something like that.
These people, their credibility is down to zilch. And I'm like, y'all just, do y'all realize y'all hurt yourself? You know, Jag has some stories, and once that go out, you know, it's like they have nothing left.
Yep.
So when you have nothing left, you know, it's like, what else you gonna do now? Now it comes into the imagination of conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy.
Right. Now Justin Bieber's the victim and all this. Yeah, what Diddy did to Justin Bieber, I'll be like, what did he do to him? He did his goddamn thing to him. Him and Usher, man, they took turns. They groomed him. I was like, none of it's in the lawsuit. None of it, man. They got nothing. This lawsuit is a bunch of nothing, and that's why it was so strange. I'm like, how you got a RICO case with one guy? Still ain't adding nobody. Oh no, they gonna add somebody.
Like, come on, dog. If you run in a prostitution ring, somebody got to be the prostitute.
Exactly. They got them on the prosecution side, like, and this sex worker, like it's a legal job. She's a sex worker, Your Honor.
You know, like
who did she pay her W-2? To Sam. Uncle Sam, the government? No, his name is Sam. He a pimp from Los Angeles. Pimpin' Sam.
Oh man, this is a gross misconduct of justice because this Buzbee guy, you would have swore that he had all his ducks in a row, but it's the same dude that tried to get Deshaun Watson. No?
Yeah, same scumbag, ambulance chaser. I told you he's been that. He used to be in the military, so he used to sue a lot for like companies getting military workers they benefits. They feel discriminated against. They go to Tony. He was like, "Look, the company said this, workman's comp." Yeah. He was that kind of lawyer.
Yeah.
Like, he just he came up off those cases,
like an injury lawyer or whatever. Yeah,
right. Injury lawyer. Like I said,
big time lawyer. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's the ambulance. Let me drive out there and see where they going. Yeah, I just happen to be driving by. Here's my card. I'm a lawyer. Come. What happened? The police, did they do something wrong? I can get you some money.
I don't know, man. I think they gave him a call late at night and said, "Yo, you better fix this." Or
well, it was fine. There's no more need for it now. Super Bowl over. So we already know who wanted it done.
Yeah, for real.
So when you start seeing the people that wanted it done, I was like, yeah, we know who wanted that done. We know what this is about. Now that the whole thing fell apart, and it's like, okay, my album coming out. We know what's going on. So, you know, they wasn't fooled.
Denying that his friendship with Puff, but it don't really matter because at the end of the day,
no,
they don't really have to.
Right, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to drop it on Puff because not only was the lawsuit stupid, they tried to make the lawsuit connect to New York City. You know, that's how bad it was.
It was like, so bad. Like, it couldn't even go through the Southern District of New York. Yo. That's how easy you could slander somebody's name, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So all that other shit, all you stands that hate Puffy and all that, y'all gotta really think and look at the whole situation, the whole scenario.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They don't think. And the scenario end up being the same thing it's always been. More BS.
Crazy. This
But
dude's
shit.
gonna
Let's go ahead and get ready for this.
5
I
years
don't
in
know
jail.
what the hell happened with All-Star Weekend. I don't know what. Dog,
Oh,
I
you
didn't
watching
even
that?
know,
Let me go watch that right now. What?
I didn't even know it was like I didn't even know the All-Star game was this week. That's how bad,
That's how
that's
bad it
how
is.
bad they've been with the marketing and promotion of this.
They got G Leaguers playing right now against the.
Enjoy the.
Dog, they had something with Casanat yesterday. It was Casanat. I'm like, damn, the NBA just became a joke.
I know this weekend is kind of whack still.
I'm like, they done became this social media craze industry, and it's like, man, it's bad.
That's all it's about. That's all that whole Luka move was about.
Yep.
How can we get more jerseys sold?
Yeah, y'all done did it. 'Cause they selling Luka stuff like crazy. They got Luka Magic. You got all kind of stuff going on now. LA is a buzz with merchandising, boy.
Luka Magic. Wow.
Yep. Luka Magic. And they're going to be ready to go after the All-Star break. Second half start.
And now they say he's trying to divorce his wife, but that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bunch of bullshit they putting out there.
Oh, yeah, you know that.
I don't know, man. Yeah, people think Ye's crazy. He might be crazy, but usually the crazy people telling the truth.
Well, the thing is, Ye always get to this point, and then he go right back to doing the same old thing with Ye. Ye got an album coming out, so now he finna attack the Jewish people. He's finna do all this. Then he gonna go get him a Jewish woman and get back cool with the Jewish people. It's like, I'm like, dog, I'm through listening to Kanye. Like, if he makes some music, if it's worth anything, then it ain't gonna go nowhere. That's the thing. Your music now don't even go nowhere. It's like you're not finna build off of it. So what is it for?
I don't know, man. Kanye.
Yeah, Ye is definitely put himself in a situation where now it's all on him.
Yep.
100%. But just that when you cry wolf all these times, it's only so many times people are going to listen.
I don't know, man. I think Ye needs to take his meds, man. How come he ain't taking his meds? You know?
Ain't nothing nothing he could do.
He gonna keep having outbreaks like that.
He gotta pay that girl $5 million. He had an arrangement with her that he gotta pay her $5 million if they get divorced.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all she wants. She's like,
that's all she's worth, really. Because before, they basically used Kanye as a marketing thing. It boosts her. And all it did was make her look stupid.
Yep.
Now, when you look at the situation and it made her look dumb, her coming out there naked on the red carpet, like she wearing the Emperor's Got Clothes. She out there with
that's a wild shit though. Like, yo, he really treats her like she's a walking marketing ploy, But that's I guess,
Oh yeah, that's vintage man.
He was doing that with Kim too, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Skims and shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
And Skims is $1 million brand, right?
oh yeah, it's multi-million-dollars. Got a
Yes.
deal with the NBA, the whole thing. And Skims was Kanye West thing.
Yeah.
And now
Is
she's
he really that crazy?
100% owner of Skims. And she gave him back Yeezy. Like, well, you can go
Or
on
she's
in
100% owner?
of Skims, yeah. She owns it. Kanye don't own a piece of Skims no more.
Oh
He's off
wow.
the company.
That's
That's how they
unbelievable.
was able to get the deals. Because once they weren't gonna do anything with Kanye connected to it.
Mm. Wow.
Kanye was, you can't say nothing to me. Now I can say what I want. I'm rich. All right.
Yeah, you gotta have that attitude, man. Yeah, you
Dude
might
came up there
not.
like, I made your sex tape disappear. He came right back.
That's facts, though. Made his sex tape disappear. Her sex tape disappear for real.
Yeah.
No.
So tomorrow we're gonna have a Super Bowl breakdown. After 1 week after the Super Bowl, we're gonna do
All
a,
right.
we're gonna do a whole NFL rundown tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Everybody involved. So that way the Chief fans, they all had a week to
Where's
digest
CPAN
it.
for the win? CPAN must be sick right now.
Yeah, CP, man, he ain't never coming back around. You might as well forget that. CP is done. So, yeah, we're going to have the whole breakdown tomorrow. Let everybody come up
Yeah.
so we can get off of this whole Drake crap. Let's get off all that.
Yeah.
We had to finally just go through
You
all
seen
this
that?
other.
You heard the new album that he has out?
Oh man, we did the review, man. We didn't went through all of it. I'll let you get caught up on those.
The
I
melodies.
don't want to even go down the road no more.
Oh my lord.
So yeah, only thing I did, man, was let people. This I was like, okay. After I was listening to about 4-5 songs, I said, "Ooh, wow, this is bad." So I said, I'm gonna now. This is finna show me exactly where I'm gonna get my entertainment from. My entertainment is finna see who finna glaze, who finna be the one that's compromised, who finna come out and be saying this thing is incredible. I'll be like, I'm waiting, and sure enough, I saw him.
Drake went back to the melodies though. Hey man, you gotta go back to your bread and butter, you know?
The melodies was terrible. So I'm like, no, your melodies are horrible. It was real bad. It's probably the worst thing somebody has ever put out. That's how bad it was. I was
Yo, see,
searching for a good song. And the song they talk about, I was like, give me a hug. I was like, this ain't nothing but Family Matters. It's the same Family Matters beat. It's the second beat in Family Matters. And
is
I
it?
said, oh man, it's the second beat. It's the same song.
Give me a hug, give me a hug.
Yeah, man. It was like, dude, this dude begging for hugs. He's faking for likes and digital hugs.
Oh man.
Oh my God. This is terrible. It's a bad album. Really bad album, man. I was just like, I couldn't believe it because everybody's like, yeah, we knew you was gonna hate on it. But even my boy, like I said, he's a huge Drake fan. Like, I'm like, they dress like this dude. Like, I'm like, dude, y'all wear these loud, crazy colors and all kind of goofiness. Y'all dress like this dude. And they said, man, we knew you was gonna hate. We knew you was gonna hate. But he's like, I can't even lie. This is terrible. He said, this is the worst album since Honestly Nevermind. He's like, this is probably the worst album he ever recorded, man. Why is he auto-tuning every damn song?
Every song, bro?
Every song, dog. It was like auto-tune. And it's just a bad auto-tune at that. The mixing is terrible. And I felt bad. I feel like this engineer had to do a lot because it was that bad. From CN Tower on down, it sounded like the music. Drake his vocals is loud and the music is low. And I'm like, is this maybe they're gonna go back and finish this? Because it don't sound finished.
It don't sound finished.
And I was like, where's Party? I thought this was a Party album too. Where the hell is he at? Party playing with his nose now, like, that's good. You keep going, Drake. Yeah. Woo. Party time.
Oh man. Sad. It's sad.
Yeah, it's just sad what happened.
He really ran off the Super Bowl momentum. Like, let me put something up quick. Wait, he ran up the charts?
You said what?
He ran up the charts, no? He's like number one.
Oh. Shoot, man, I'm sitting there watching all of the other reviewers, man, and then they was telling me, like, you gotta watch Ticket. What Ticket? Dog, they was like, Ticket tripping. You know, Ticket is tripping. You gotta hear his review. And I was like, I heard No Life Shack review, and man, he got blasted for his take on this album. Though you could tell it was so phony and forced. I had to give him the business. Then I was like, I had to sit over there and I listened to Ticket video, and I said, "Oh my God, not you, Ticket!" And then got Ticket, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is the." This is he said in the title.
You don't care, dog. As long as
I know in the title, bro, it said instant classic fire. In the title, damn, being like my review, like damn it being an unbiased review. You start right off with instant classic. I'm like, okay, here
That's
we
what
go.
He said?
Yeah, Ticket. So I'm listening to the review.
Oh,
the first 5 minutes, he's blasting everybody before he even said anything. Yeah, I know y'all gonna say, yeah, this and that. And I know y'all gonna come in here expecting me to hate and all this because of this. And I'm like, dude, you ain't even made no statement about the album yet. You already telling people what they gonna do.
Yeah.
So he goes into that. Then he starts saying, well, you know, Drake going back to doing this sound like the old Drake. Like, well, what do you mean? I'm waiting. It was about 30 minutes long of you get nothing in this 30 minutes about the album. Nothing to explain why do you think this is an instant classic and damn show fire. I'm like, what? So I already know what it is. This is bullshit. And I was like, dog, what is you doing? So I told him in the comment section, like, dog, I'm disappointed in you with this. Like you should. I'm ashamed that you even put this video out. He was, man, what? I'm a grown ass man. I'm like, and that means what? What does that have to do? Nobody questioned was you a man or not. That wasn't the question.
Goddamn Ticket.
Yeah, I'm like, the question wasn't was you a man or not. The question is your that damn review. You can't tell me what I like. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can't tell me I don't like this album. I don't believe that. I don't believe this. This is an honest critique of an album. Okay, you say this is a fire instant classic. Please explain. Just expand. What is fire and classic about?
You're ready to argue and shit.
Yeah, I just want to go. I just want to question. He come right out. Man, this is weird. You're weird. You acting a man, that's a weirdo, man. Stop playing with me. I'm like, exactly. You have no answer for that because it don't. I'm like, man, just stick to sports, man. Just stick to sports. Stick to sports. You can't even answer a question about the title of your video. Your video should have been able to explain that.
Yeah. This guy. Take a TV, boy.
Man,
Like,
I was like, I was
what?
entertained by these people sitting here capping. Like, I know academics and all these people. Considine, they trying to force like the album. It was hilarious. I'm watching them struggle.
Considine said it was nice too.
Nah, he was like, yeah, I'm liking this. He tried to, but man, some of them songs, dog, they got the memes everywhere. His face, he like, dog. The Spanish song had me laughing so hard, and my boy who speaks Spanish was like, he's saying it wrong. He trying to sing in Spanish, man. Like Drake trying to sing in Spanish, and then the people that speak Spanish saying, dude, this is wrong. Like, what is he doing? Like, this don't even, he's saying the words all wrong. I was like, oh, damn.
Spiraling.
So they was like, man, this is terrible. I was like, he's so affected by it. And then I was like, that's why I'm like, so what is fire about it? That's what I want to know. What song on here?
What did he say? What did he say?
Right. The only song he got that's getting any buzz is the song where he mentioned him Joe Budden. That Give Me a Hug. Other than that, so what's that gonna be your lead single? Is Give Me a Hug? This is supposed to be a romance album.
Damn.
This dude sounded like a bitter, scorned woman for a whole 21 songs. Then he done stole the damn songs that he got. I'm like, you done stole from Freddie Gibbs, stole from the young kid, all the artwork, creativity. I'm like, dude, I'm done. Like, I could be cool. Like, if I never heard another Drake song, I'll be all right. This is bad. It's like once this happened, Not Like Us, that boy still concussed. He's still concussed. He got nothing on the table.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I see people trying to force themselves to like the album, man. It's terrible. And I'm just like, either you like bad music, and it's cool. There's a lot of people that like bad music, but some people do it because of celebrity. You know, they like, oh, this is a good song. Okay, we're gonna see. Because they like, look, he number one. Yeah, because people want to hear if he had something to say about K-Dot. So that's all it is. You got the interest off of that alone. Now they didn't heard this shit. They finna walk away. And now you're going to see that album drop like the Titanic by next week. I was like, next week, we're going to see where these songs at. Dog, you dissing Joe Budden. Joe Budden is like, please, dog, you ice cold right now. Nobody's checking for you. You trying to use me for a promotional rollout? All you got to do is play Joe Budden's old disc records, and they cover all this. Everything he talking about with Joe is covered.
More music. Yeah. Joe
Just
Budden.
songs on Valentine's Day.
Joe Budden said, don't bother me. Yeah.
Dog, he was like, dude, you out here like Weekend at Bernie's. Dog, trying to keep coming back like Weekend at Bernie's. Like you a corpse, dog. No. You're ice cold. No.
Oh, man.
Stop. Don't even come this way. Up there, Melissa Ford, you're a queen, and why are you with this dude? Man, I'm telling you, if I dissect this album down to the minimum, you will see the words. There's nothing, no hot track, no bar, nothing. There's nothing. Like, it's more cringe. It's so much cringe. It's some more cringe on here. I'm like, dog, everything it's bad. I'm like, he might have really wrote this album this time. That's how bad it is. I said, gosh, nobody told him that this don't sound good. Like nothing that it's not even working. Like the hooks, the bars, there ain't no dope hooks, nothing. I mean, really, this is a trash album. And I'm like, there's 21 songs of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like, so I'm like, I know this is bad because I know good R&B from bad R&B, even the new stuff. I know what's good and bad. It ain't even like it's okay. You can't even say that. It's terrible. So
terrible.
My whole entertainment was like, I'm finna watch these dudes glaze. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be the entertainment. I'm watching waiting for the reviews of those who say this is great. I want to see them compromise themselves. I want to see who compromised, and they're gonna expose themselves. And sure enough, I was stunned. I'm like, come on, not Ticket. Come on. Don't tell me Ticket. No. Don't do that. I saw the title. It's like, this is awful. This was worse. Because when I was doing my video, people in the chat was telling me, like, man, you gotta talk to Ticket. Ticket said it's like, because you know how they say I trolling. I was like, they probably trolling. Ain't no way he said that.
No, man, Ticket said that shit.
Yeah, he did.
You don't care as long as he gets
very unfortunate to see him take that route. I'm sitting there cracking up watching. No Life Shaq's video was so bad he had to do another video trying to say, okay, I sold out then. Since y'all want to say that.
Yeah, I see that one. You have to sell out.
Yeah, No Life Shaq. Man, y'all said, man, I done sold out. Y'all weird, man. I ain't never said I ain't Drake. What I say I ain't Drake for? I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Drizzle.
So, yeah, we'll go ahead and chop it up and sit back and chill. So, I'm gonna holler at you, Mac Mizzle. I'll see you tomorrow when I do the live stream and drop the panel.
All right, you already know.
All right.
All right, we'll catch up. Peace.
Peace.